Welcome to Pitchside once again when Multan Sultans are up against Islamabad United. Multan Sultans finally getting off the mark in yesterday's game. What a fine win it was. Perhaps the much needed confidence for them as a side. Islamabad United are the defending champions and they've been in a great run of form. Right from the start, they are the undefeated side in this tournament. So two very good teams up against each other. One very strong here, pretty much their fortress in Multan Cricket Stadium. So plenty to talk about with my guests on Pitchside. It's Bajat Khan and Mark Butcher. Lovely to have you guys here once again. Baz, Multan Sultans winning finally yesterday. Islamabad United has been the pick of the teams, but different conditions altogether for Multan. So they seem like a different team all of a sudden.
Yeah, very different for us too. These bugs are making hay. Multan Sultans back at home in Multan. We've talked about this at length, how comfortable they are in their home setting. It's not just about the crowd, not just about the ground. It's actually about the pitch and the angles. They understand the angles, the bowlers, the batters, the angles of the ground and the way the pitch plays. I think they're very comfortable here. So it'll be tough for Islamabad United to beat them here. And what Multan Sultans are hoping for is a run of good results in Multan so that they're back on track and back in those top four for the playoffs.
Conditions aside, let's keep the conditions on the side. Islamabad United has just had a great run so far in the HBL PSL 10. And I mean, it's been consecutive wins. You know, if you just combine the ones from last year as well, they just look like such a great, overall team when you look at the balance and composition.
Yeah, I mean, it's 9 out of 9 now, isn't it? If you go back to last year and their run through the playoffs, the final, and then the start this year. So they are looking the complete team who have managed to pull out performances when they're under real pressure as well. So it's not just simply a case of they prefer playing at home or prefer playing in certain conditions. When things have been very tough, and they were had their backs right up against the wall, they have come out and played magnificent stuff. And I think that's really sort of taken them forward to this year as well. I'm kind of looking down the lineup and thinking they look maybe a little bit light through the middle order. A lot of all-rounders in there, not so many specialist batters, but it hasn't hurt them at all, and the bowlers are all playing superbly, and Shadab himself is taking wickets, scoring runs, and of course then you throw in Jason Holder, who's the player of the tournament at the moment, and you've got a team that are ticking on all cylinders.
And that trio of Mike Hesson, Rehan and Shadab, I mean, that's pretty much the think tank, the major think tank of Islamabad United. It seems to be working well in the sense when you look at the other team and their strategies, they seem to be very much aligned in their strategy and execution.
Yeah, look at all the seasons, barring I think just one season where they had a bad season. Otherwise they've been a very, very consistent side, and that is down to the actual process of the draft. We don't talk about the draft enough. The way that they structure the team, the way that they pick the players that they want, and the certain players for certain positions that they keep on depending on, and make sure that they align with the way that they're going to bat and bowl and field. So Butch talked about all-rounders, and they have all-rounders to burn. They've got so many all-rounders. I think a couple of years ago they even had Fahim Ashraf. So they banked themselves on being an all-round team, and I think with the draft, you always look at the draft, and after the draft, you always think, well, Islamabad United did well, and it is not by fluke. I think there's a lot of background work or homework going through the draft, which actually makes the squad so good.
All right. I mean, we're talking about Islamabad United here and how well they've done overall as well. Multan Sultans, their leader is going to be really relieved because much needed win like we spoke about yesterday. Also the fact, the kind of belief that he's been able to instill in their side. We'll find out more from him because we are ready with the toss now. It's time for the toss. It's over to Ramiz Raja and he's out there with the two captains.
Two outstanding captains here with me at the toss, representing two outstanding cricket teams. Rizwan leading the charge for Multan Sultans, and Shadab with a very, very fine record in this year's HBL PSL will lead Islamabad United. Ali Naqvi is the match referee, and we've got a little fellow here who's the mascot of Crypto Exchange. He's a TikToker as well. Malik Fawaz, well done. The youngest TikToker, I believe. Well, Rizwan, आपके पास coin है? चलें जी, शुरू करें.
चल नाम फेंकेगा तो बोलूंगा. Heads.
क्या करेंगे रिजवान?
बैटिंग करेंगे भाई,
बैटिंग
करेंगे।
पिछला मैच लाजवाब खेले, आप घर में आए हैं और इस पिच को बड़ी जल्दी ठीक रीड किया। आज की आपकी क्या रीड है इस पिच को लेके?
रमेश भाई, पिच थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है। जो लास्ट पिच था थोड़ा सा मुझे लगता है कि शायद ट्रिकी टाइप चले ये तरफ, मगर ये है कि जो हमारी स्ट्रेंथ है उनकी स्ट्रेंथ को देखते हमने बैटिंग की डिसाइड किया हुआ।
एक जो आपकी स्ट्रेंथ इंप्रूव हुई वो थी स्पिन बॉलिंग में, बहुत अच्छे स्पिन बॉलिंग हुई आपकी तरफ से।
जी बिल्कुल, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमारे पास जिस तरह ब्रेसवेल ने बॉलिंग की और सामा अपने वापस एकदम में आया, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह इफ्तिखार हमारे पास चॉइस है। तो इसी वजह से देखा है कि अगर इंशाल्लाह अच्छा टारगेट सेट करते हैं तो हमारे पास ऑप्शन है।
कोई चेंजेस?
दो चेंजेस है, सीजे इन हुआ है और तैयब ताहिर आया है, डेविड वेले और टर्नर नहीं खेल रहे।
बेस्ट ऑफ लक।
थैंक यू।
शादाब, पिछले साल इकट्ठे 5 आखिरी के मैच जीते, इस साल इकट्ठे 4। ये क्या, ये कौन सी ये एलेक्सियर है जो आप पीते हैं या पिलाते हैं अपनी टीम को कि जिससे ये कंसिस्टेंसी जागती है?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। रमीज़ भाई, ऐसी कुछ खास नहीं है। कोशिश करते हैं कि चीज़ें जितनी ज़्यादा सिंपल रखी जाए उतना अच्छा, क्योंकि जब आप बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें कॉम्प्लिकेटेड करना शुरू कर देते हैं तो उसमें आप प्रेशर भी लेना शुरू हो जाते हैं और फोकस भी थोड़ा सा आउट होता है। और कोशिश करते हैं कि ऐसा माहौल प्रोवाइड किया जाए प्लेयर्स को जहाँ वो सुकून महसूस करें और एंजॉय करें क्रिकेट को, क्योंकि सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है कि क्रिकेट एंजॉय किया जाए। क्योंकि जब आप बहुत ज़्यादा क्रिकेट खेल रहे होते हैं, प्रेशर है, बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर होता है, तो कभी कभार एज ए प्लेयर आप क्रिकेट को एंजॉय करना छोड़ देते हो। क्योंकि जब हमने क्रिकेट स्टार्ट की थी तो हमारा पैशन था, और जब हम प्रोफेशनल बनते हैं तो शायद उसमें वो वाला थोड़ा जो पैशन वाला है वो फैक्टर थोड़ा कम होना शुरू हो जाता है। तो कोशिश करते हैं कि वो वाला फैक्टर है, बाकी क्रिकेट को एंजॉय करते रहे।
अच्छा, सारे आपके तो वैसे बेसिस कवर्ड है, मासवा प्रॉब्ली एक ओपनिंग पोजीशन या पोस्ट है जहां पे थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन मार्क है। क्या ख्याल है आपका, क्या करने की कोशिश करेंगे आप?
देखिए रमीज़ भाई, आज हमने चेंज तो किया ऑब्वियसली, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि वो हमने कंसर्न था उस चीज़ का। हमने पहले से प्लानिंग की हुई थी कि कौन सा प्लेयर कौन सा मैच खेलेगा, और आज़म को भी पता था आज वो रेस्ट कर रहा है, क्योंकि उसको जो लास्ट मैच भी खिलाया था उसको पता था कि वो नेक्स्ट मैच, बेशक वो मैन ऑफ द मैच भी होगा, वो नेक्स्ट मैच नहीं खेलेगा। तो रोल दिए हुए हैं सब प्लेयर्स को। कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जब हम लास्ट स्टेज पर पहुँचे, ग्रुप स्टेज का, तो हमारी बेस्ट 11 भी होनी चाहिए और सारे प्लेयर फ्रेश भी होने चाहिए। तो ऑब्वियसली इस वजह से आज 3 चेंजेस भी हमने की।
कौन कौन सी हैं?
एंड्रू गोस आया है, सुलेमान इरशाद आए हैं और साद मसूद।
पिच की फाइनल मेरा क्वेश्चन है, पिच को देखते हुए कितने रन्स तक लिमिट करना चाहेंगे?
देखिए रमीज़ भाई, मुझे लगता है कि ये पिच थोड़ा ड्राई साइड पे, जिसकी वजह से हमने 7 को भी लेके आए। मुझे लगता है कि शायद यहाँ, क्योंकि जिस तरह कल पिच था, मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये वैसा पिच होगा, होल्ड होगा यहाँ पे, और हम अगर टॉस जीते हुए तो बॉलिंग करते, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि शायद लेटर राउंड पिच ज़्यादा बेहतर खेले।
Fantastic. Best of luck. So the news from out here is that Multan Sultans have won the toss and elected to bat.
All right, that was the toss brought to you by Exchange on Multan Sultans winning once again, and they have decided to bat first. They've also made 2 changes. Butch, you've got Tayyib Tahir in that middle order and Chris Jordan comes back.
Yeah, Chris Jordan, who has won probably more T20 titles around the world than anybody else I can think of, comes in, will strengthen that lower order and of course give you a bit more firepower at the death with the bowling. The guys to highlight really for me from Multan from yesterday were Bracewell, Ubaid and of course Osama Mir. I thought they had brilliant games, and that's not of course to downplay the contribution of Yasir Khan at the top of the order. Let's hope we see more of the same from him again today.
Islamabad United experimenting a bit. They've had a couple of changes. There's about, I believe, 3 or 4 changes.
4 changes. Gauss comes in, Saad Masood, exciting leg spinner and batter, all-rounder. He's in the emerging category, but watch out for him. He'll develop nicely because he's got potential. Then Riley Meredith got pace to burn, and Salman Irshad, we know how good he is with the old ball. But as Shadab mentioned at the toss, it's a team that is winning, but the team that's also looking ahead. So they're making sure all the squad gets the game and also rotating players. So come the crunch games, everybody's fresh and has had game time.
Well, as always, there's always that deep thinking behind whatever Islamabad United does. There's always a plan that they have. They're a team that looks ahead as well. But let's find out how they've been faring against Multan Sultans in the past. All right, these 2 teams then, overall they've been playing each other for like 17 games, out of which Islamabad United has won 9 and Multan Sultans has won about 8. So pretty neck to neck, you would like to say. But when you look at the last 10 games, it's a tie. That's how good both these sides have been. 5 have been won by Multan Sultans and 5 have been won by Islamabad United. Alright, in case you've just tuned in, Multan Sultans winning the toss and they have decided to bat first. We got a reasonable crowd here in Multan yesterday and it's building up nicely once again. The fans of Multan were definitely treated to a win yesterday. What can Multan Sultans do on this pitch? We'll find out after the short break. Shadab Khan at the toss was mentioning the fact that these conditions, perhaps a drier pitch than what they saw yesterday. Now we saw lots and lots of runs being scored in these conditions yesterday. Is it going to play differently? What length should the fast bowler be bowling here? Let's find out from Dominic Cork and David Willey.
Match 13, we saw a really good win yesterday for Multan on that surface over there. We've now moved probably about 3 wickets along. It still looks an absolute belter. The dimensions are exactly the same as last night, 65 from the middle and obviously 75 down the ground. So still not a big hit, but enough. And in these conditions, the ball seems to travel. It's a waste of time me trying to tell you about these surfaces. I don't play anymore. I've never played for, well, 15 years. Somebody who has done is David Willey. Thanks for joining us. First of all, what's this look like?
Yeah, it looks like another belter. You know, this year the pitches here seem to be very good. Last year there was a little bit more grass and a bit greener, and it was a bit easier to bowl on the power play, but different challenge this year.
I think every bowler's looking for swing. Hasn't been so much swing there, but what we've picked up with you with Hawkeye is your lengths. Is it right to say, with that new ball, attacking the stumps, top of off stump, and then going towards the death, going wide?
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, my strength is swinging the ball, so trying to bowl a fraction fuller, you know, trying to hit the stumps and take early wickets. I feel, you know, you've seen a lot of the games have been high scoring, so I guess I'm looking for that shape early and trying to make some early inroads. But the risk there is when it doesn't swing, as you said, it's a much more hittable length.
What do you do when it doesn't swing? For any young boy or girl out there, how do you change? What do you change if it doesn't swing?
Yeah, I think in the power play, you know, I generally try and bowl 6 to 7 metres when it's swinging, and then if it's not swinging, drag it back to 7 to 8 metres and then run it across the right-hander. But I think when the pitches are flat with these small boundaries, it's really important that you do your homework and understand where you can try and shut guys down if they get going.
Thanks for joining us. Good luck tonight. So there's David Willey, good in the power play. We've seen him swing the ball back. Will he do it tonight? Well, this surface looks a good one.
To hear the thoughts of David Willey, where you should be bowling in these conditions, but looks like an absolute belter once again, and Multan Sultans has that advantage because they are batting first. Time to hear from the experts what they have to say. Who's going to be winning today? All right, Baz, your pick quickly then.
Islamabad has never won in Multan, so I'm going Multan.
Multan, because Islamabad's never won in Multan.
Hang on, you're a treacherous to your own
That's
team.
the way, yes.
Ah, well, I was going to go for Multan anyway. Well, all right, I'll go for Islamabad then. I'll tell you for why. Just simply because the confidence that they're playing with at the moment. I think they will bowl better bowling first than Qalandars did yesterday. They'll have seen that and realised what they can and cannot afford to do and allow them to get away with. So I'm going to go with Islamabad to go 5 from 5, just in order to back up Bazit's home team. He's abandoned.
Abandoned ship.
All right, so we have 2 contrasting opinions from Butch and Bazit. That was the expert predictions for you. All right, thank you so much, gentlemen, for your thoughts. As always, it's a pleasure to have you guys here. Multan Sultans winning the toss, and they have decided to bat first. A nice crowd building up. It's always nice to have Multan fans come in huge numbers supporting their respective sides. Quick thoughts on the total, gentlemen? I know I've already said thank you to you, but I still want to hear that number. Let's see who gets that number right.
I think 205.
Oh, I'm going 185 tonight. Slightly drier pitch, 185.
185 and 205.
We're not trusting the old man's pitch report. He was struggling on the pitch report. No energy, nothing. He was sort of ambling about, so we're not trusting him. We're saying,
I'm sorry, Koki. I'm sorry. This is not me. This is Bazit. Completely Bazit. You did a great pitch report. So well done on that, considering the back and all. Anyway, back to the cricket then. We don't have much time now, so take a short break and see you guys on the other side. It's Rizwan versus Shadab Khan. Don't go anywhere.